In this video, we'll answer these two questions. First, what is a medium? And second, what waves need a medium to travel? Well, the first question is easy, and I'm sure you remember it. The medium of a wave is what it travels through. So for instance here, what's that wave traveling through? Well, its medium is the rope. It's traveling through a rope, that's its medium. How about here? Easy enough, right? What's it traveling through, the wave? It's traveling through a slinky. Its medium is a slinky. How about down here? Well, this is a different kind of wave, right? This is longitudinal, whereas that's transverse, but it's still going through a slinky. Its medium is still a slinky. Finally here, we have waves here in water, and it's pretty obvious then. The medium here is water. This one here isn't quite as obvious. This kid's yelling. What is the name of this mechanical wave, and what is its medium? Now be careful. I'm asking first for the name of the wave, and second for its medium. Don't get them confused. The name of the wave is sound. The medium here is air. If we took all the air out of this room, first they would probably die pretty quickly. But even before that, she couldn't hear him, could she? There's no medium, and the sound wave needs that. All right, so here's your video code, sound wave. Here's the next question. Do all waves need mediums to travel? Well, I'll give you an example. They'll say no, and then we'll talk about it a bit more. Here's your example. We have the sun here that sends waves through the vacuum of space. Now there's no medium here at all, is there? But still, visible light and ultraviolet light still make it through that vacuum and make it to Earth. So the answer here is no. Well, the question was, you remember, do all waves need mediums to travel? The answer is no. EM waves, electromagnetic waves, do not need mediums to travel. Here's an example, visible light and UV. How about another example? Here we have two ground stations on the Earth communicating with this satellite with radio waves. And again, there's a vacuum in outer space, isn't there? So we see radio waves, again, more examples of electromagnetic waves. They can travel through the vacuum of space with no medium. So the answer is electromagnetic waves do not need mediums to travel. So let's backtrack and see what we've done so far. We've seen that visible light didn't need a medium, right? And next we saw that radio did not need a medium. So what does that mean? None of the EM waves need a medium. X-rays, visible light, microwaves, infrared, they all can travel through without a medium through space or or vacuum. Now the most common question in the history of the MCAS, their favorite question is this one. Name a difference between mechanical waves and electromagnetic waves. Now if you've not been asleep through this, we've been talking about this for about 8 slides. What's the answer? What's the best answer? Well, the best answer is mechanical waves require mediums to travel. Electromagnetic waves do not, like sun, UV in space, etc. Right. That's the biggest difference. And they ask that question there, and they will ask that question. They're looking for this answer. One requires medium, one does not. Now, one last thing. Remember this demonstration? We put my vacuum chamber up here to a vacuum pump, and we're going to pull the air out in a minute. We haven't done that yet. There's still air in there. We had a sound source in there. It was actually an alarm. And we had a light. So with that air in there, could the sound and the light both get out of here? Yes, they could, couldn't they? So the sound came through the air and came out, and we could hear it outside, and the light too, no problem. Well, what happened after we took all the air out of there and created a vacuum? Do you remember? Well, I hope you do. What happened was the sound could not come out. We did not hear much sound outside. A little bit probably through actually through the plastic shaking through the string, but really the sound went away, didn't it? The light came out unchanged. And why? Well, it's pretty easy. The light is an EM wave. It does not need a medium. It traveled right through the vacuum and continued to come out. The sound, however, is a mechanical wave. It needs a medium. In this case, the medium is air. It went away. It had no medium, and it couldn't come out. I fibbed. I have actually one more thing. You might be asked for two differences between EM waves and mechanical waves. So you have the first one, has to do with mediums. What's a good second choice? Here's a good one. Mechanical waves travel at all different speeds. All EM waves travel at the same speed. In fact, it's that speed that you'll find on your MCAS, or we call it a green sheet. All right? That's it. Bye.